This has been another very special episode of Victory Lights starring the Kid Mero, the Human Durag Flap, Lizbel Ortiz, Radio Valle, and guest starring none other than Kenan Thompson.
Kenan, great to have you here. We got a lot of great ideas.
Yeah, we're executive producers, so we got good ideas. That's all we have.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, without us, you people, people like you, actors, they wouldn't thrive. They wouldn't thrive without us, right? Right?
Yeah, listen.
Right?
Executives, as an executive, as my fellow executive has told you, we have the best idea. So we think that the next vehicle for you is house flippers. Huh?
That's right.
How about that?
House, like the TV show House?
Like you pick up a house and you flip it over.
Look,
Okay.
That's right.
You're a strong guy.
Listen, you've got the numbers, right? So all we have to do is put money behind you.
What about you, Kai Cenat, cooking stream?
Like me and Kai's
Like you and Kai?
like cooking together?
Yeah.
That's not really what
Okay, never mind.
Well, listen, Kai.
Off the table. That's fine. No. Listen,
Kai's got the numbers.
Every good idea is a good idea. Every idea is a good idea, but like I just don't do that necessarily. So
Okay.
Everybody loved all that. It was a tremendous sketch show. How about a feature-length film starring you as Super Dude?
Oh, fantastic. I love that.
Come on.
I mean, I just when I was a kid, it was cool to like run around in tights, but like, I don't think I want to run around in
Don't think
tights.
it'd be cool to
Come
pick
on.
off the Thompson first?
That's right.
Come on.
I mean,
It's a cinematic universe. That's what
Possibly.
everybody's doing now, right? That's
That's right.
the mandate.
That's right. They've got the numbers.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
All right?
They are doing that.
That's
They
right.
I'll say that. How about this? Netflix mating show, huh?
We could also just do like a little Kenan Thompson inflatable tube man kind of
Kenan
vibe.
Thompson, wacky waving, inflatable tube
We
man.
could get you on the road. What about
How about
that?
Vlad TV? Huh? That would go nuclear.
Yeah, I'll think about it. That cool?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you know what? We'll table that for now. We'll circle back.
We'll circle back.
I'll crunch some numbers.
Yeah, crunch.
Everybody knows we've got them.
Yeah, we got those
We got the
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah.
Gotta crunch 'em.
Excellent.
Yeah, crunch
That's
those
right.
numbers. And, just give me a call. You got my number.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
excellent.
Just give me a call.
Excellent.
We have your number and we have all the numbers.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Thank you
You got the
so
All right,
numbers.
thank you so much, Kenan.
This was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thanks.
We're gonna get to work.
so much.
We're gonna get it.
I think
Thanks.
that went well. I think
he fucks
that
with
was
it.
fantastic.
I think he fucks with it. I think he likes it.
I think he likes it.
I think he fucks with it.
Listen, hey, we've got the numbers. All right?
And we've got Aura.
Oh, look.
Come on.
That's what the
Aura.
kids are saying already.
Hey, yeah, it's Kenan. Yeah, hey man, I think maybe we should do like a Super Dude full-length feature. Yeah, I know, right? It could be awesome. Yeah.
A victory light.
Yo, what's good? It's your buddy Kim Mero, the Human Durag Flap, and here today we are talking to Kenan Thompson of Victory Light. God, he's a 20-year vet of Saturday Night Live, you know what I'm saying? So we talked about masculinity, the industry of comedy, fatherhood, everything, baby. And we got a special tinfoil fitted that you ain't gonna wanna miss. So stay right there.
A victory light.
What's up? You know what I'm saying? This is Victory Light. It's your buddy Kim Mero, the Human Durag Flap. Of course, I'm joined by my esteemed co-host, Lizbel Ortiz, La Matatana, the super New York City, you know what I'm saying? The number one. Radio Valle, the Yap God, Rap God, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
He's outside, he's making content. Today we got a very special guest in the house.
Yes, we
This is a
do.
comedy podcast, and we all very funny people. So we have one of the funniest people in the world pull up today.
Yes, we do.
It's Mr. Kenan Thompson, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all like, man.
Come on, man. Saturday Night Live, you know what I'm
Pleasure.
saying? Been on TV, been doing this, been making us
legend.
laugh for years.
That's right.
I don't want to make you feel old because we're the same age, but we grew up on you.
Oh,
bro.
we out here,
We-
bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm seeing the wisdom. It's coming in on the side. The wisdom coming in.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
hide
right.
it.
Man.
It's a pleasure to have you, man. Like,
Oh, man, it's my pleasure.
honorary Dominican, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
100%. 100%.
He's one of ours. Yep.
Personality.
That's what we do. We just claim people
Yeah.
every night.
Well, yeah. As soon as I did David Ortiz the very first time, all of a sudden I heard from every Dominican I've ever seen in my life. Outside, a lot of like blue collar cats just shouting us out. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, very proud people. So,
Yeah,
God bless. I feel the love.
You're very famous in the Dominican culture, for
That's
sure.
what's up.
You know what I'm
That's what's up.
saying? That's a fact. You could run for president out there. You might could win.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I've been in DR, man. Like, I'll be president out there, make some things happen.
Yeah, we need that.
So this is what Kenan is announcing his candidacy.
I bridged that Haiti gap. What is that Haiti gap, by the way?
It's pure racism.
It's racism.
Pure, yeah.
I bridge all of that, bro.
Yeah, we need that.
One island, one love, coming up strong.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. See, he's already
already making the moves.
He's on the campaign
We already endorsing him. That's all you need to know.
I love. There's good people on both sides.
Once you get in there, what's you like?
Oh, I said, okay, yeah,
listen, man.
Listen,
You gotta listen to both sides of this situation. Come on now. This is not. Speaking of a presidential mind, you know what I'm saying? We got things we want to talk to you about in the culture, you know what I'm saying, to get your take on. One of which is masculinity. Because we've been seeing this trend of grown men, you know what I'm saying, wanting to 1v1 each other. Like, yo, let's race. Yeah. Like, recently it was Ashton Hall and ISHOWSPEED. You know, Ashton Hall, the guy, the bowl in the face of the bowl. Saratoga water.
Water guy. Yeah.
Super Jack.
Yeah.
Diesel amphibian.
Remember Battletoads? Remember the game Battletoads?
No.
He's built like a Battletoad, bro. Like a diesel.
Battletoads.
Diesel frog.
I want to see.
Diesel frog. He raced a dog.
Yeah.
I remember Battle Beasts.
Yeah. So he's built like
something like that.
So
You remember Rampage?
Yeah.
Like those.
This is a brolic ass motherfucker. So Speed, ISHOWSPEED is a streamer.
Right.
Who he thought, oh, this dude is just like a kid, bro. Like, I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this kid. And he got annihilated, bro. He got
ISHOWSPEED got annihilated.
No,
Ashton Hall.
Wow.
The dude whose name's Speed actually is fast.
He got speed.
Yeah.
It's not just an,
Yeah, it's just not like a
It's a name for a reason. Yeah.
Because what Ashton didn't know is that ISHOWSPEED is freakishly athletic for no reason.
Oh, 100%. Constantly doing flips and shit.
Yeah. He flipping over Ferraris.
No, but like that's his worldwide appeal, right? He went to China and was flipping over shit.
Yep.
Like went to Australia and like he flips for people. So like they love it. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta be highly athletic.
Yeah.
To do that kind of I don't know why people like to challenge each other like that. Like Kevin Hart blew his whole shit out, right?
Yeah. Just talk about that.
We was about to go right there, bro, because he's like, fam, look, if I had a friend that played in the NFL, I would not challenge them to anything athletic.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, why can't we just need the gentleman's bet? What happened to the gentleman's bet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you really keeping up, you ain't keeping up with your shit like that.
Yeah.
Bust out racing after age 32. You can't just come running out racing if you're not keeping up with your shit.
Right.
No, you can really, really hurt yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
Just running. And it's sad because that used to be such a gift. It used to be such an automatic thing. Just take off running.
Yeah.
I'm going to just take off running right now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You won't be walking for a week.
That's a fucking fact.
If you don't keep up with your, so I guess, I don't know, the point is keep up with your shit, but I don't need, like, what are they trying to prove? You win a race, ain't no money on the line.
Yeah. Nothing will humble you like an injury, though. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
And I feel like
bragging rights, that's it. That's
I
all
think
That's really what it
because
is.
as men we feel invincible all the
Yeah.
The plane thing?
Yeah, I was just
It's a
saying
lot
that,
of
like,
denial.
it's like 85% of men think that, like, if the pilot died mid-flight, they could land the plane.
land the plane, yeah.
It's a willing denial, but at the same time, there was the dude in seat 11A that made it out of there. You know what I'm saying? He ended up jumping out, at some kind of way, he made it out of there. You know? So a lot of us just think, if I get the chance, I'm gonna probably, show up to the plate and I'm smacking a homer. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing.
I'm gonna shoot the gap.
You're not thinking you're gonna like hyperextend your foot or your knee when you touch first base trying to slow down. You don't think about all of that. But that's exactly what I just did in front of a whole bunch of people. So like, keep up with your shit. Like,
Have you hyperextended your knee trying to beat
like
out a single?
I went to Kansas City because a lot of the Kansas City talent does a fundraiser for the hospital. So like Paul Rudd, Rob Riggle, Heidi Gardner from our show, and other folks, they all just like been doing this like fundraiser. You know what I'm saying? It's a weekend, so like they got a game, they visit the hospital, and then they do a giant fundraiser or whatever. Softball game, I'm like, I played softball. I've done it before. Like, ain't nothing.
It's Big Poppy.
Not thinking that it's been probably 25, you know what I'm saying, since I actually was rounding some bases. I ain't been rounding nobody's bases. I probably went to the batting cage or something, you know what I mean? So I hit the first one, and now you gotta run, because I run.
Now you gotta run.
But like at the same time, like the little ankle issues lately because I am 47 or whatever kind of shit. So I'm tiptoeing, but then I'm trying to beat the thing, and then at the same time, like, almost, and then it just was chaos. And then by the time I stepped on the bag, I'm slowing down. Yeah, I like hyperextended my shit. I'm like, oh damn, I just ran past my whole kneecap.
Yeah.
And now I'm limping for the rest of the day and week coming in. But you know, whatever, man. I'm back to it now. A little rehabbing, a little hamstring working out.
3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. You'll be back on back off injury reserve.
I'm back.
I will say though.
Oh, shout out to Sudeikis, by the way. He's another one of those Kansas City cats.
Yep. I will say though, it's probably easy to make those mistakes as you because you say you're 47, but because I grew up with you, I in my head we've been the same age.
I got that same problem. Yeah, and like I look in the mirror and I'm like,
and you like 35 jacks.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
No, I can get out and do 100 jumping jacks right now.
Yeah.
Not the case.
That's where it comes from though.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what do you have to prove? It's like, to me.
Because I mean, I guess we're just now getting to these times, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like really like, no, you gotta really take care of yourself. You gotta really, like I always heard about like Jim Brown needing to warm up his legs before he can get out of bed type shit. And I'm like, well, that's for old people, you know what I'm saying? Like when you 80, 90, and it's like, nah, bro. That shit kicks in at the real, especially after 40, bro. Like it kicks in for real. So,
Fam, I'm in the shower with the water on 98 degrees, touching my toes, doing this. Like I'm warming up to
your
pitch.
body up.
Yeah, like I'm warming up to run out the
to
bullpen,
live.
bro. Like
Yeah,
just
man,
to
it's
live.
real.
Yeah.
Just to live.
Just to go outside and get in my
And
car,
it was
bro.
never like that. You were growing up,
Yeah.
especially as a boy, you was jumping off the walls for forever. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing.
Bro, I jumped over a fence that was this tall the other day, and I was like, bro, I used to do this like.
So I
You're like,
understand people when they like get a gun pulled on them and they don't really believe it's a real thing happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a
Nah, this
willing
is
denial. Yeah, like
I played
you
Metal
ain't
Gear
really
Solid
gonna
before,
shoot
bro.
me.
I could just disarm you.
You gonna shoot me?
For real. And then you're like, oh shit, you really shot me, bro. That's crazy.
You ever
You really did that.
You ever been to the doctor because you thought something was wrong and the doctor goes, nah, your shit is just like that now.
Yo. I told y'all this before.
There's
on the
nothing
show.
wrong. It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's cold. What you mean? Like you a doctor, man, a medical doctor.
You're
can't
supposed to fix
my-
this.
They don't warn you that there's no fixing past a certain point. Yeah.
They be eating pretzels and shit.
Oh yeah.
Tell
Just,
Can I have something?
Yeah.
Bro, this gonna help you for like today. But
Today. Yeah.
I'll give you this cortisone shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna be good for
Once
2
it
more
wears
months.
off, you're gonna need another one at some point.
Yeah.
But you're not never just gonna just be all right again.
Fam, it's so
That is
crazy.
some cold truth.
It's cold, bro.
I'm sorry, you're never going to be all right again.
My doctor told me that straight to my face. I was like, yo, I got a lot of pain in my right knee. He's like, yeah, we'll get some images taken. We'll see what's up. Come back, he's just like, yeah, well, it's arthritic. And I was like, okay, so
What now?
what? Yeah, so I get something scraped out or?
no, you don't understand.
He's like, no, that's, yeah.
It just
Just
you're living with
stay
that.
off it.
Yeah, stay off it.
I'm like, what? Stay off my leg, bro? Like, don't like what? Don't walk around my house? Like, what do you mean?
Stay off it.
Stay off it.
Yeah.
I gotta do shit.
Are you talking about heroin or my leg, bro? Like, what are we talking about here?
man.
Like,
What is it about like aging where like doctors just give a shit less and less about your feelings? Like as a kid, they be
give it
doing
to you
the
straight.
They be doing the vaccine like,
Yep.
wow, okay, hold
No.
on.
everything good. Wow, you're so good.
And then when you older, you're like, hey, you might would have to hit this for what I'm about to tell you, bro.
Oh shit. Word?
You're not yet. Hey, listen. So you remember?
What is it?
So your balls,
It's over?
they gonna stay down there. They don't go back up.
Yeah.
They just get, they
Going
go
further.
They gonna keep dropping. They might hit your knee eventually.
Listen.
So the skinny jeans,
know what I
we have to
mean?
put those away.
Yeah, bro, you gonna hurt yourself.
Hey, Dr. Zismore, pass that shit, man. Come on, Chief in the blunt over here. Ridiculous.
You know, but speaking of like people, masculinity and guys got men trying to prove something for no reason. This fucked me all the way up. So I do the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast with Carmelo Anthony. Cat Williams was the guest.
Okay.
Oh,
You know
boy.
Cat.
Yeah.
Cat was up there. I'll beat all you motherfuckers in basketball. I'll beat all you motherfuckers in a race. And I was just like, hey, you probably right. I know my limitations. You know what I mean? And then we brought up the video of him running at 40. And I was like, I'm defending you because I believe you. I coach youth football. There's kids on my team that are your size that run a sub 4.5 40. So I believe you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I feel like you don't.
I feel like you don't. I'm not challenging you. I feel like you are.
I promise you I'm not.
I swear I'm
He
not.
took it as a challenge. So now we done wrapped the show. The show
Right.
is a wrap. Cat is chilling. And Kaz, one of the other hosts, is like, I'll race you. Because Cat won't let this go.
Oh, God.
So now we're walking through like Red Hook, White People Beer Garden. It's Carmelo Anthony. It's me. It's Cat Williams. Cat Williams is security, and Kaz is like doing hopping around and all this, and I'm like, my man, we're the same age.
Yeah.
This is not gonna. I got self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not gonna end well for you, bro. Cat Williams raced this man in an alleyway in Red Hook, Brooklyn, twice. Because the first time he's like, y'all motherfuckers didn't tell me there was a pothole in this bitch right here.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, every time someone try to come prove something, y'all try to sabotage it. We
Look
running
at this
this
right
motherfucker again. We running this motherfucker again. Y'all didn't tell me about this goddamn pothole right here.
Who won, though?
Cat won, probably. So Cat won. I got the video on my phone. I'm gonna show you.
That won't stop till he does win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the masculinity shit about it. It wasn't like, yo, we gonna race one time. Oh, there was a power.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm like, what are y'all winning?
Yeah.
A
And
hamstring
also,
injury.
like, y'all ain't got shit to do. Just running around in the alley and bro.
No, you know, it's. I'll tell you what it is. Fodder for when you're losing an argument.
All right.
When you're losing an argument, you go,
You still can't beat me in a race, though. You still can't beat me in a race. Let's hit the alley again.
Let's hit it right now.
Let's hit the alley again.
come on, Kazim.
Let's hit the alley again.
Kazim.
Melo, get on the court now.
Like,
Look,
yeah.
you won. And
Oh,
then you
shit.
leave there, and then you go back to your world, sitting in your office alone,
You're like, all right, bro.
checking emails,
Need ramen.
checking emails. You ain't getting calls from you ain't getting no wide receiver phone call.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw you beat Carmel in the alley. We would love you to come down to our organization, try out.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Cat,
Nothing
big
happens from
three.
Yeah. I think-
any of that. Speaking of big three, y'all saw Dwight.
And Lance going at it. Yo.
I love stuff like that.
That was
This was always my issue with Shaq. Like, young Shaq used to whoop ass. Old Shaq was missing a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And just,
a lot of airborne haymakers.
Not handling as much business as he should to be that big. Dwight, bro, you can't get this man down. You towering over this dude.
Yeah.
And y'all just spinning each other around like the teacups, man. I'm like, my man,
Yeah.
you are 7 feet. Superman,
Yeah.
and
You got
all
kids,
that,
bro?
like, and y'all just you tussling with this guy.
You tussling. You ever,
Like,
you have
come
your
on,
father,
man.
bro. You ever pick up your kids and do the thing where you spin them around and their legs come off the floor?
Yeah.
That's what they look like they was doing.
They're straight up.
I was like, this is crazy. But this is the thing, though. The X factor is Lance Stevenson is from Brooklyn.
Bro,
So
they're all giants. Like, I get it. Like, it's not like he's fighting some dude that's 4 foot, 100 pounds. He's fighting another big guy, strong legs, all that shit. So, he's sitting down on his weight. It's gonna be hard for you to just throw him around if you're not ready to do that. Dwight Howard, who never fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all of a
There you
sudden,
go.
he tried to sun him. Like, he tried to give him the long arm, get out my face type shit. And it was like, that's not gonna work every single time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Somebody's gonna wanna hook up.
at some point, somebody wanna hook up a tussle. And then now you looking like, and then he fell on his back. Man, you the tallest one. Now you on your back?
Yeah.
Yo, and the crazy shit is when you fall into a crowd of people,
Turtle shell.
it look crazy.
You're
You just like,
turtle.
Yeah.
I don't mean to make
Baby.
fun, but like, it's not a good look, bro. It
Yeah.
wasn't a
it's
good
a
look.
terrible look.
It's not a good look because, like, once it's out there, it's out there.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
Forever.
if you're not ready for that, then like, why is you even trying to like disrespect people in some sort of like dismissive act? Like,
You know?
that's whole shit.
Hey, bro, hey, don't duck the smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
At
you're
all.
asking for it,
Don't duck the smoke. You know what I would love to see, speaking of smoke? I would love to see the unstoppable force that is ISHOWSPEED against the immovable object that is Cat Williams. That stream would never end.
They've got the numbers.
Listen,
They got them. They will have the numbers.
they got the numbers.
They would have the numbers for sure.
Yeah.
But on the same masculinity tip, we talked about this before. There was a woman who left a date because her date rode a mechanical bull multiple times. Then our very own over there put something else in a
I'm sorry, our very own.
put something else in the run of show. That was a dude at a hibachi restaurant. And you know how they do, like they throw stuff in your mouth and they do all that kind of stuff. This dude was getting the double hibachi, bukkake,
The double sake.
the double sake bomb, like,
Yep.
and he was just like,
And the chef, you know how the chef played too much.
Yeah.
He was over his head like this.
Yeah.
And homie's just doing like this.
It's rough.
And then when he finishes, he gulps it all down. He just goes, he just hits one of these, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the that really like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's the end of our date.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna do it every time.
I'm gonna do it every time.
I don't give a shit. I don't care.
You don't care.
That's real masculinity.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Like if you just that confident in your masculinity to just be
Facts.
taking double sakes like that,
Double sakes.
and then just go back to dinner, taking the double sake, bro.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nothing
Just
happened.
look at your girl straight in the eyes, like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like Jackie Chan in the
real confidence.
fishnets.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
You could
confidence.
wear and do what you want when nobody could beat your ass.
That's confidence, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want no trouble.
yeah, please.
I don't want no
That's
trouble.
it.
Yesterday was Sunday. It was Father's Day.
Yeah, happy
Saying?
Father's Day.
Shout
Happy
out-
Father's Day.
Thank you.
I know.
Happy Father's Day too.
Father's Day
to you, man.
Thank you.
And I got ready, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
How much time did you actually spend with your kids?
Like 6-7 hours.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you do a gift exchange with them?
Yeah,
Where they
man.
give you the things that they made that are very poorly made, and you act like they're very tremendous things. And
They were tremendous things, actually. My girls are getting big, so like their cards are getting so much better. Like the
Oh, you there?
homemade cards.
It's better when you get older.
Yeah, their homemade cards are very sweet, and it's just very touching to receive from your children anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not that you give to want to get back kind of shit, but like we so used to giving all the time that we just don't expect it. Even when it's Christmas and like, bro, I just don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? So when they have thought of me, it's touching, you know, and like watching them express themselves on their little cards is very sweet.
Oh man, see this because you're just writing messages.
Yeah.
Mine is just like, dear Dad, whatever the cards say,
You know what I'm
love,
saying? Love.
Yeah.
me.
You know,
Yeah, done.
my kids are 5 and 7, so they be, the school be making them do stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for Father's Day.
Like this is a teacher's handwriting, bro.
Yeah, and there was they had like the turkey for things, like where they put the hand and then you like draw around the hand or you color around the hand. It was like a blank head, and it was a perfect circle.
And it drew your face.
So it already looked like me because it was a circular dome, bro. And then Godric drew me, and like I don't shave my head very often. I just have a hat on because like whatever. But I ain't got no hairline. He drew the little tiny hairs.
Oh my God.
On the
He
sides
did
of
this
my
to
head.
you?
Yes.
He did the point. Was this?
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
They are quite observant.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they don't necessarily express it all the time. So when
Yeah.
you see what they've been observing, it's like, oh, that's how you see me?
Oh, word?
My daughter drew me with horns one time. I'm like, yo, that's how you see me out here?
Yeah, because you the goat. That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
But I'm always on some old like, sit up straight, like, use your napkin, use your fork. Like I'm very like on the discipline side of things a lot of the time. So like,
Home training,
that's how
goddammit.
she drew me with horns, bro.
She's like, you be telling me to sit down too much, Daddy.
All of that.
Yeah.
I can't get the snacks that I want. I can't do it. I'm like, we just look out for your best interest. Best
on.
interest doesn't ring true till you have your own kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't heard nothing your parents said up until that point.
Bro, that is such a fact. Wow. I live that thing. I live that every day. I mean, I'm sure you do.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a child.
Yeah.
As a child.
Child out here, you know what we talk about.
My kid's card made me emotional because all it said, the best thing about my dad is, and then it has like the colon, and Godric just wrote, he takes care of me.
That's so cute.
And I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like fighting back. It's the masculinity thing. That's what it is. I'm like,
Yo, hit me with the two sakis.
yeah.
Like, bro, if anything can make you cry, it should be your children. It should be.
Yeah.
Like that episode of The Sopranos when his daughter got married and he cried because he couldn't watch them drive off.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a touching day. It's stressful, man. He coming out of jail. He finally got a pass, and then he was trying to see his wife, his little daughter, just drive off with his wife and his other kid, whatever. And no, the feds want to come and interrupt. Like, and take him back to jail. Not just like they just interrupt him being dicks. He gotta go to jail now. Like, he broke down crying.
Yeah, man, listen. The gift exchange thing is serious, man, because I don't give to receive either. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm at the stage where, kids are very honest, like you said. So you know, I'm getting stuff and I'm trying to be as honest with them as they are with me.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, you know, my 2 older boys, they 14 and 12. So I'm just like, all right, man, like, you could put a little more effort into this
You know
shit.
what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, your sister's 8, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna let her slide, you know what I mean? But you got bald heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you should be doing a little something
more thoughtful.
Yeah, come on. You know,
Yeah,
my 9-year-old wrote me a letter with ChatGPT.
Oh my
On my mama, bro. On my mama,
bro.
Like, at the same time, are you supposed to, like, applaud the fact that they can do that type shit? You know, like, what do you do? That's such a, like, polarizing thing.
I'm torn.
I'll tell you what you do.
With, like, do you give them iPads and phones? Like, you don't want them left behind. You know what I mean? All that.
I'll tell you what you do. Return them.
I tried, bro. I was like, yo, go get back up here. Get back up here. Like, all right, come here.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because he
ChatGPT was
was
wild.
thinking about you.
He was. It was a
It's
letter
not
to
enough.
death.
That's just his reality, man. Everything is done, you know, in a different kind of way these days. You know what I mean? And it's like, are you smart for not using the tools available? Like, if you building a house, are you smarter for just doing it the hammer and nails, or are you smarter using the drill? You know, like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Type shit. So,
Hey, I used to work with a nice lady, Miss Champion, who used to say, work smarter, not harder.
you know what I mean? So, like, that,
Yeah.
you can't be mad at them, or can you? Like,
Yeah.
be like, yo, my man, these aren't your words. This is a computer's words. It's like, yeah, but I told the computer what to say,
And he said it.
and he said it.
Yeah.
It just sounds very verbose.
In a long format that I ain't got the time to be doing anyway, because I don't feel all that shit. As a matter of fact, fuck you, Dad.
We got to the bottom of it.
We went too
Perfect.
far.
Yep.
Exactly. I knew it was something.
It was something there.
Reality
All
is
right, I talk to my
fuck
phone and talk to you.
Right.
Yep.
Bitch ass motherfucker. I'm like,
Right.
wow.
Okay, so
wow.
let it all out.
Wow, okay.
Happy
He's like,
Father's Day.
it all happened at the hibachi spot. When you got the double sake pop. I
From
never
that
looked at
day
you the
on,
same.
I knew.
I knew.
I got no respect for this man
Yeah.
until I see him race Cat Williams.
And lose.
Respect.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
That was but twice.
It's like, I'll never forget. You tucked your elbows into your hips. I ain't never seen you do that before, Pop. Why would you do that? Why would you do that in front of us?
Man, it was comfortable.
Yo, Dad, you said clock it. Like, what did we?
Yeah. Yo, speaking of clocking it and machine learning, I don't know if you knew this, but the Twitter's native machine learning software Grok responds in AAVE if you talk to it in AAVE. So it'll it'll like respond like how it
Like, yo,
thinks
Grok,
black
what's
people
good, bro?
talk.
That's
It's like, yo, what's
And it'll
up,
be
my
like,
guy?
ain't nothing, champ. Like, it'll say shit like
Yeah,
that.
what is AAV? Is that like Ebonics?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the way. that
African American
Um,
vernacular.
Ebonics vernacular.
African American vernacular English.
Yeah.
How you feel about that? How y'all feeling about that? Feel good about that?
I mean, it's one of them
I
days,
don't
man.
let nobody non-black talk to me like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not even the computer.
Yeah, not even the computer. Yeah.
Like, if you're not, don't call social
My
media,
bro,
gang.
like, it's just it's hard for me to accept it. And I understand, like, there's a lot of people that have grown up with black people and done this and that and the other. However, the actual reality of when you go outside versus when I go outside is not going to be the same because nobody knows who you grew up around.
I can't
You know
go,
what I'm saying?
you.
You know, we're not
Yeah,
looking at
yeah,
backstory.
yeah.
Everybody's looking at face value. You know what I'm saying? And like your cover of your book makes people react this way. My cover makes people react. Certain people, whatever kind of shit. You know what I mean? And that can't be negotiated. It can't be talked. It can't be discussed. It just it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So like when you start like going off the rails as far as like, first of all, I don't even overly speak in slang necessarily anyway. You know what I'm saying? I always speak pretty proper English, you know, a lot of the time because I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, yo, I'm out here to be, number one, I'm on a mission, you know, for other generations behind me. So like I don't have time to just be giving in to, you know, certain like predisposed
Whatever's
like
cool.
ideologies of, you know, who they think I am based on how I'm dressed kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I hear, I'm like, yo, you trying to mock? Like, you know, what you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you don't talk like that with everybody
word.
else.
That's what I'm saying.
You wasn't talking to him like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Why you talking to me like that?
It's like when you get in the cab and they change the radio station.
Yeah.
Yo. Trying to see.
I'm cool. I'm cool with what you was.
Yeah.
You know?
What's that about?
Put KTU back on.
Right.
Like, that was fire. I fuck with Lil Susie. I like Take Me in Your
Right.
Arms.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's
Like,
that about?
yeah.
Speaking of that,
That's so true.
that's a great entry point into this.
I'm so
because-
sorry. Wait. I'm so sorry. Does anybody get a pass? Can you
I
name
mean-
a single person that gets a pass?
You have a pat, like, I'm not the end all be all. It's just how you speak to me and how I take it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
But how I react to it in the moment, I can't really say that I'm going to just be assigning passes to anybody necessarily, because it's just how it makes me feel.
Yeah. I asked because I feel like Paul Wall could get away with it. I don't
Paul
know.
Wall? That's crazy.
I feel like Paul Wall could.
Walrus.
Paul Wall is like that for real, bro. I feel like him and Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks.
Oh, I
heard
mean,
that name
I
before.
know all of these guys that are like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Eminem is like that. You know, like there's a lot of cats that like have grown up in and out, you know, inside the culture, out next to the culture, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Adjacent, whatever. You know.
Put all of that aside, and you go in front of the police, and I go in front of the police.
Yeah.
That part.
That's just kind of where it ends for me. You know
In a
what I'm saying?
vacuum.
Like,
Yeah.
basically,
Right.
as a stranger on stranger, you know what I mean? Just individuals, like, no, like, oh, you're Eminem, you're cool. Like, I know, like, no. Face value. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on in this world, basically? Like, it ain't just the police. Travel and see how they start to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Or see what kind of, like, every time I travel lately, I'm like, so where's the hip hop club? You know what I'm saying? They were like, we don't really have one. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, I mean, they play some oldies at some of the spots or whatever, but it's not just like a hip hop night. I'm like, is that right?
Interesting.
You ever get this
Several
one?
cities now.
You ever get this one? Like being out on tour or whatever, out in the United States, you ask them for where the hip hop is at, and they're like, I don't know if you want to go down to that part
Exactly.
of town.
Yeah, all of that.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to
Right.
Yeah.
to that part of town.
You know?
And I'm like, I do. I'm from that part of town.
Right, 100%.
That's where we at.
That's why I feel comfortable.
I'm very good there.
I'm extremely good there.
I know what to do, who to look for, and probably the most dangerous people is probably the first person I'm talking to.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's you, motherfucker.
Good word.
And it's also two different dangers. It's like you might be scared of something that to us is it's normal. You know?
Very, very
I was gonna
normal.
say that at the end of that, when you separate the two of like, yo, what happens when the police stop you? That's usually when the performance stops.
Right.
It's like once real life happens, and it's like, all right, I could take this costume off.
Right,
Now,
yeah.
actually, sir, I'm a good guy. I'm just with them because
Listen.
Yeah.
I know you heard me sound like that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Because
My dad's
systemic
My dad's
is
Andrew Cuomo.
systemic is bigger than stereotypes.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? So like it's just way, way deeper and more layered. So when it comes to it, all them stereotypes get wiped out to the corner, and it's just like, oh no, you've definitely been placed in a certain place. That's like nothing really to be played with, where I find like any sort of like dismissal of that reality when you talk about somebody approaching me like speaking slang, like you just like are that as well.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, nah, I don't dismiss the reality like that. I'm sorry, just for the sake of like, I'm not gonna judge you, but I don't love it. So that means I'm probably not gonna spend a whole lot of time around you. Right. That period. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like whatever this is, like it's tougher for me. Basically, I would much rather you like just nerd it out and straighten up. You know what I mean? More so than like
Be yourself.
trying to be that. Yeah, man. Like,
I'm very lazy. It's hard to be like do personas and do like pick it up and drop it and do all this. I'm like, let me just be Mero because I'm washed and I got arthritis in my knee.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, because that's a very good entry point into this. Like SNL, you are performing jokes that are written for you. Have you ever had a situation where you've been like, hey man, like
it's not your place to be writing this, or like for me, type situation, or something like that.
yeah, but they're very aware of that. They're more PC than I am. You know what I'm saying? Like even so that they are aware of the tiptoe zones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they always be like approaching me with like, hey, is this kind of out of bounds, or like do you feel a certain way, like blah 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 blah. As far as like their intention and how things might be perceived, kind of things. But a lot of their intentions really be pure and like only to mock something that's already happening, as opposed to like making up things to mock about people that they've observed and know. Like we're not the first to try to like mock something necessarily.
Right.
We're only like reactive kind of thing. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's a weekly kind of thing, so it's not nightly. So like the whole week will build up, and if there's a topic, then it's been discussed on all the different late night shows and stuff like that. And then by the time we do it, if we even do it, because those other shows have done it type shit, it'll be a much more like, well, obviously this is what's happening, as opposed to us like making up shit and like putting shit on people. Like, it happens every now and again, but that's usually not the approach, basically. Like,
Do you think that comes with like just the culture of the show? Is it because you are so?
I think it's just generational. Like, I mean, it's the culture of the show, but also like the culture of the show has been behind the scenes, like, especially since probably the Will Ferrell days, like everybody bows down to the show kind of thing. You know what I mean? Everybody is like paying homage to, you know, the legends and the you know, there's a lot of appreciation to be there kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, in most people's minds, as opposed to like any sort of like cockiness or like, you know, expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all still like fighting to get shit on constantly. You know what I'm saying? And there's no personal beefs because it's not. I mean, there is, but like as far as the main objective is to get shit on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like pull anybody else down that's doing well. You know what I mean? It's just like you know, you can complain about it, but it's like until you come with something that's resonating with the people the way they are, kind of shit, you don't really have nothing to say, kind of shit. So
you gotta bring that. You gotta
find
bring
your shit, as opposed to like whining. You know what I mean? Like, whining is always going to show you the exit quick, more so than actually showing and proving. So while you're showing and proving and things aren't going well, then yeah, you can like voice your opinion. Like, I feel like I could have deserved a little more effort on, you know, getting that one thing on, but the generations of it now, like, you know, everybody's so young, like, it's just very conscious generations, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's pretty much aware of the disrespect lines, if you will.
Yeah.
On a lot of different topics.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of the like disrespect lines, like, you famously have refused to play black women, and you just advocate for the inclusion of actual black women. And,
yeah, because it had gotten to a point where they weren't hiring, or they hadn't hired any for a while, and I was just like, you know, it feels like y'all could be putting more effort in that direction.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you feel like you had to be Kenan Thompson to sort of even say that? Because I know like that industry is very, you know, it's very cutthroat. It's very like you could get booted for saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, like even just pissing somebody off. You know what I mean? Pissing off the wrong person, you out of a job. So do you feel like your advocacy, like you have to be a Kenan Thompson to
advocate,
to even just to
put your neck out like that.
put your neck out like that, yeah, and be like, hey, like, I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
because that's how you end up the longest running
kind of
cast member,
like,
right? Yeah.
You have to be someone who's like putting in work for the show at the same time. You can't just be somebody that's hitting, like, that's missing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then being like, also on top of the fact that I'm missing a lot, I'm going to also set a thing where I'm not going to do something else that y'all think I might do well, that might be a good thing for the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if there has to be a balance. It's like, all right, well, that area where you used to serve as a show is no longer like a thing that you want to do, but you're continuing to be a large representation of the other good things, you know, going in and out of the show kind of thing. That's a balance. But if it's just like, you know, complaining or late or like, you know, this, that, and the other, and being lame when it counts. Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, what the
you
fuck
can't
are we
do that.
doing?
Yeah.
You can't put up a brick every show,
You
bro,
know
and
what
be
I'm
like,
saying?
oh, by the way.
Like, by the way, my ride home, am I supposed to pay half, or y'all got that whole thing? It's like, just go home.
Yeah, and then come back.
Stay there.
Yeah, you can't be Tony Snell making demands. Like, it's just not.
So like,
you,
Zero
that's the
points off the
question.
bench.
I don't know how much tenure you need
Right.
to be able to voice, but like, if you are going to voice your opinion against, you know, something that they were excited for you to do, then you need to be offsetting that, you know, with other ways to excite, you know what I mean, or whatever, or service the show that you're working on. You know what I mean? Like, you are still an employee at the same time. So.
like bringing value to the more value you bring to something, the more say you have, basically, like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, at the same time, you never really know. You know what I mean? Like, if that whole like somebody wants to like rear their ugly oppression head, you can't really, you know, do anything about that necessarily, except for hopefully having people come vouch for your character, you know, which is why professionalism is very important, because at some point you might need other people's voices, you know what I mean, to help you like clear a miscommunication. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think you should ever like, if you feel strongly about it, mute that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you should always be able to like express yourself in a way.
A victory light.